Hi everybody, I'm Ellen. I'm Buckeye Cross Stitcher on both FlossTube and Instagram, and I'd like to welcome you to FlossTube number 3. This is March 13th, 2025, and it's a beautiful day here in Southwest Ohio. We have our windows open, so you may hear the birds chirping out there. This is a channel predominantly about cross stitch, but I do some other crafting, so I will show you that along the way. I wanted to share with you today some things actually that my grandmother, my dad's mom, had crocheted that I still have around. And she also sewed, but she passed when she was 94, and she crocheted really pretty much up until the day that she couldn't. But I thought that you might be interested in seeing this Afghan that she had made for me years ago. I thought it was really interesting with the ruffles on it. And I used to keep that on a spare bedroom bed that I don't have anymore, but I'm getting ready to pass this on to a cousin who said that she would like to have it and that she'll put it on her bed and she'll be able to enjoy that. Grandma also made little things like this. I just thought since it was Easter I would pull these out and show them to you. This is a little chicken and a little duck. And she made things like the eggs to go with them all. She also made us little stockings for Christmas, and she would put a $5 bill in it. That was our gift. So I have quite a collection of those in my Christmas stuff, but I thought you might enjoy seeing that. Also in today's video, I do have some whips. I have a finish, I have a FFO, I have haul, and I also have a tour of my Spring FFOs that I have out on display right now. So hope you stick with me and enjoy. I like to show you guys my whips now. The biggest one, I don't usually have whips. I'm pretty much a monogamous stitcher, but this year I do have a couple of them, and I'll explain that as I go. The first one I have is One Nation, and I decided to start this Olivia Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. She was doing a sale for this, and this is a leap day start. So last year we had a leap year day, and I started that then. So I figured, well, I may be able to get this finished in 4 years. We'll see. I haven't even worked on it that much, but I am stitching this on 16 count coffee dyed ecru Ada, and I coffee dyed it. I also have sprayed it with, it's pretty big. I've also sprayed it with that antiquing spray. I did the blue, and I thought the white is never going to show up on the ecru cloth. So I set up a makeshift clothesline out in the yard and sprayed the heck out of this thing. I wanted it to look kind of grungy anyway. So this is the start that I've got on it. So I generally start with borders. I figure if I get a border to match, then I'm good to go for the rest of it. And that's my next move on this, is to continue with the red blocks. Then I'll do the red lettering. Then I'm going to spray the heck out of the thing again before I do the white, and then I will color complete the white at the end on that. I'm doing that with all DMC threads. And my next one is just a very small start. I collect all of the seed packets that Stitching with the Housewives is doing, and she put out some Christmas ones this year. So I'm starting with poinsettia seeds. I have a very, very small start on that. But I am working on this during Zoom calls with my Stitchy sisters on Wednesday nights. So I hope to get back to that. Actually, I worked on something else the other night. And my third whip is from the Cricut collection. It's Playing with Jacks. And the Stitchy sisters, we decided that we were going to do a sal this year. We could pick our own Cricut collection pattern that we wanted to work on, and that's the only one actually I had in my tote box library. So I decided to start that, and I don't have to have it finished until I think the end of the year, but I'll work on this more, and I'll have this done by Halloween this year. And I'm doing that on 32 count vintage country mocha Lugana with DMC threads. Okay, and next I'd like to show you my finish. I actually just finished this. This was part of Primrose's Home for the Holidays Sip and Stitch. So I put the last stitches on that last night. And I do have the finishing kit for that. I usually buy all the finishing kits for Primrose's designs. Oh, this one's on 28 count light taupe Lugana with DMC threads. And while I have this up, I made Excel spreadsheets I'm making Excel spreadsheets for all of my projects, and this is kind of a sample of what I do. Usually they end up being 3 or 4 pages, and I keep track of all my costs. Being an accountant for almost 50 years, that's something that I want to know, is how much these projects are costing me to do. Doesn't mean I'm going to quit, collecting things, but I do like to know that. So I have spreadsheets for every single project. I know exactly how I finish them, and so that I can go back, and if it's a pillow, I've got instructions somewhere else of what I did before. So those spreadsheets come in really handy for me. And next I will show you my FFO, which I've shown, I think, both of my other floss tubes. This is Let's Talk Spring. And this was done on 16 count black Aida and done in DMC. And this is hands-on design, and this is my first of the 4 in the series to complete. So I am going to start the summer one probably sometime in May, but I got this one framed just this morning, so I thought I would show that to you. And then I got some haul. I think I may have shown some of that I had received already on this, but this is the Happy St. Patrick's Day from Primrose Cottage. This was the free stitch for March, and I had gotten the fabric and the floss for that kit, but I got the finishing kit for that this week. So I will be filling out my spreadsheet for that project and get that ready to go, and hopefully get to start stitching that soon. I used to be a seasonal stitcher. That's really gone by the wayside. It's like whatever I feel like stitching on now, and I will be probably stitching Christmas throughout the year because I just have so much that I want to do. So every once in a while I'm going to throw in a Christmas project. I wanted to do some shout outs today, some people that I've been watching here in the last couple of weeks. I mean, I watch a lot of people, but I wanted to shout these particular people out. Maddie, she's called Kitty Stitch on FlossTube. She's a younger stitcher and she's from Cincinnati, Ohio, and she mentioned that she's been at StitchCon. She stitches and I know she knits. She may do some other things, but it's always interesting to me to see what the younger people are doing in our community. Also, the happiest stitches on earth, Christy and Susie. I've started watching their channel. They were just at market and they did a video while they were down there, so I watched that this morning. But they've got some good things going on, and I think they have a Facebook group and some other things happening, so you can check them out. Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, Liz. She was just with Liz Matthews at Nashville, helping her out, but she does a lot of different things. She sews, she knits, she cross stitches. You just never know what she's going to get into, but I really enjoy watching her. And also Just Stitching Ink, Shelly. She's from Strongsville, Ohio, and I usually stop into her shop when we're doing the Tour de Stitch in October here in Ohio. She every February, she does free patterns every day in February and shares those. And she was going to do a wrap up on Sunday, March 2nd, that video. And she said that she was going to have a complete list of all of the free designs that she found and that she started. So I always enjoy watching Shelly. She usually publishes her videos on Sunday nights. And the last one is, she is not a cross stitcher, but she does, I think, predominantly paper crafting, but Heart to Home. It's the Jennifer Maker Farm Story. She and her husband just built an event center, and I believe they are in Michigan. I might be wrong about that, but anyway, you need to check out some of the videos about this event center. It's jaw-dropping. It's a beautiful place, and someplace I might try to check out sometime. But anyway, I was watching the episode called Caring for Ourselves, and I thought it was interesting, some of the things that she talked about in crafting and how it relates in our lives. And I thought it might be something that one or two of you might be interested in seeing. So anyway, I wanted to give these ladies a shout out, and I hope that you will try to look some of them up. I think you won't be disappointed. In conclusion, I want to invite you to stick around. I have some video clips of haul that I've received. I also switched out the spring decor, and I have a little tour of my FFOs I have on display. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping and spending a little time with me today. And until we meet again, be excellent to each other. This is part of my haul that I got recently. This is from Shirley Troutman. She was on Stash Unloading on Facebook, and I liked it because it's a little bit bigger. It's about 9 by 12, so I thought it would be good to use for some of my bigger projects. And when you open it up, you've got felt over here, and this is for needles. You've got pockets on both sides, and then the vinyl pocket for floss. And then she's got this elastic closure on it too. So I thought that would be really nice and convenient for maybe a series or a bigger project. I had an order from Fat Quarter Shop come in, so I thought I would show you that haul real quick. First, I've got Stitching with the Housewives. I'm collecting the word swaps, and I've stitched a few already. and this one is tulips. Then I had ordered the Bluebell Mad for Plaid project bag. I had already had the mini because I bought all of the colors of the mini, so I wanted to match those up and get those ready for a project. I got some tail end weavers to throw in stitchy box or project. Then I needed an extra snag nabbit. I like to keep those in my stitchy boxes. And then I decided I might need to try this. Maybe it would help me pull out the corners and pillows and things like that. And last but not least, I got one of these gypsy grippers for some of my big cutting rulers. Seems like I have a problem with them slipping all the time, so I thought maybe that would help. I got some haul in. I had ordered the Free Stitch Friday kit from March from Primrose, so I opted for the 14 count Ada, and as you can see I already have it serged and I need to iron it yet, get it ready to go. But I got the cottage garden threads that were in the kit, and then this was the needle minder, really cute for St. Patrick's Day. I went to the Dayton Mall Joann's, which is a flagship store, and I picked up a few things today. I probably won't go back again until they've got stuff 60, maybe 80% off. There was a lot of fabric there yet, and actually a lot of yarn still. I got this, you can't really see it, basic black yarn. I thought I might try to make a hat out of that. And this is not on sale, but I wanted to get some more thread for my serger, and I thought this was kind of a fun color. I'm not sure what it is, like a maroon. I also got some fat quarters in a bundle. I didn't really have colors like this, so I did get that picked up. I also got some little teeny tiny buttons, and then the rest of what I got is framing, finishing type things. So they did have that 30% off. So like I said, I probably will not go back until they've got really good deals. There was just tons of fabric, and I'll just kind of look through it once they have it like 80% off. But there was a lot in that store still, so if you're in the area or you have a flagship store close to you, I'd go check that one out. I'm going to take you on a tour of everything new I have up in the house. I've switched out winter. This is one that I had in my tote box, and I think I'm going to put this up in my craft room so it's up all the time. This is called Support Group. It's by Bee in My Bonnet, Lori Holt, and I stitched this in honor of all of the breast cancer fundraising I've done over the years with girlfriends and different walks and things like that I did. So I want to put this up in my craft room so I can see it all the time. This is Welcome Spring from Stitching with the Housewives, and it's from the What's in My Cup series. In the dining room by the hutch, I have Here Comes Peter Cottontail. That's by Stitching with the Housewives. This is from Stitching with the Housewives. This was a pattern that was in Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, her Spring 2022 edition. I have all 4 of these stitched and switched them out for the seasons. On the next shelf is the Wordplay series. This is March. This is with thy needle and thread. This one's called Lucky, and it's a What's in My Cup by Stitching with the Housewives. And then we'll pan over to Flip It March by Lizzie Kate. Those are the ones on the second shelf of the hutch. This one is Easter Peep. It's from With Thy Needle and Thread. And next to that is Spring Tulips by Stitching with the Housewives. And that one is from the Dapper Doodad series. This is the little buffalo plaid tin that I found at Hobby Lobby. And I have several things that I have stitched for this little box, and they're all stored in there, so I change that out seasonally. But this one is Carrot Patch by Stitching with the Housewives, and this is a tiered tray tidbit. On this half of the mantle, I have For the Birds, that's Stitching with the Housewives, and that's a What's in My Cup. And then moving over to the other side, we have more Chocolate Bunnies, and that's Hands-On Design. And then we have Daisy May, and that's Stitching with the Housewives.